Welcome back to the AM Club here on MX24. My name is Miriam Udwak-Mensah. If you're just joining in, you make the right choice. We're delving into a lifestyle daily here on the show. And Jay, this part of the conversation excites me also. The fun part is that we're going to learn a lot about our creative space. Reason why, in fact, for all you know, right, what is happening in the school is impacting on the current situation of the creative sector. So we're going to get into that. Absolutely. But before we do that, we're excited to announce the 8th Women's Expo Ghana 2024 International Women's Day Edition at Atlantic Mall, Atomic Junction, Accra, from March 8th to the 10th, 2024. Participate to showcase your products and services. Use the platform to promote your products and services. Reach your target market in the shortest possible time. Join us to celebrate International Women's Day on the 8th of March. Free health screening, medication review, family planning, and female reproductive health. Now, participate in discussion circles on self-care and women's choices in health, pension planning for the women entrepreneur, insurance for small businesses, digital and social media marketing, customer service, and more. Admission is absolutely free. Kids play area for the little ones as well. So please do make sure to register for registration and participation. Contact 055-7874-977, 055-7874-977, or email at womensexpogh@yahoo.com, womensexpogh@yahoo.com. Now let's delve into today's
Okay, so definitely time for us to get into the lifestyle daily.
Yes.
Today's conversation is about the University of Ghana School of Performing Arts. The devastated nature and the abandonment of, the multi-purpose facility. But you were there.
Yes, I was there yesterday, and we have a video from the facility. We couldn't go inside, but we do have a video. Let's take a look at it. I'm currently at University of Ghana, Legon, and this is the building, the very famous building that has been talked about. 20 years has been here, and no attention has been paid to it. Now, this building is supposed to have a space for theatricals. It's supposed to have a space for a dancing hall and a lecture hall and more. This building has been here for 20 good years, and no attention has been paid to it. That is the reason why everybody is talking. There has been a piece done on it, and here on the AM Club, we're going to have an extensive conversation about it. Why this building has been here for 20 good years and nobody is paying any attention to it. Is there any reason why authorities would have to tell us why this building is here wasting away? However, we do need space for the School of Performing Arts. So indeed, this is the building. We're going to show you the sites of it. We've not been allowed to go into it, so most definitely we're not going to have that. But again, it will show you around it. It's a beautiful edifice over here, but still here without being used. My name is Miriam Udwak-Mensah, and we're going straight to the AM Club to have an extensive conversation about this building and more. So I'm currently at University of Ghana. All right, so this happened yesterday. The team and I passed by the building is huge. Looks nice from the outside, and I know for a fact that if that building was available or is being used, I'm sure there are going to be few issues in terms of facility that would have been sorted out. But we have in studio today to have this conversation Professor Awo Mana Asiedu, Acting Dean of the School of Performing Arts, University of Ghana, Legon. Hello, ma'am.
Hello.
I love the way your patients wait for the. Let them finish and come and meet me. Also in studio, we have Kwashi Benis Nuna Afi, and she's a past student of the School of Performing Arts. How are you doing, Afi?
I'm good.
We'll tell you who she is later, okay?
I beg you.
You beg.
I beg you.
Bribe me. I will tell them.
Me.
Ma'am, good morning. How are you doing?
Good morning, Miriam. I'm fine, thanks.
Good to have you in the studio.
It's good to be here. Yes.
So we're going to delve into the conversation.
Yes. First of all, who didn't allow you into the building?
Okay, so we went round and round, and we couldn't find the entrance. The place was, okay, two things. The place was a bit scary to enter.
Oh, okay.
We didn't find, so to be honest with you, I was saying in my head, Mama may go inside because.
Okay, you didn't want to go inside.
But we didn't find the entrance.
Okay.
And nobody stopped us.
Okay.
Let me establish that.
Yeah.
Nobody stopped us.
Okay.
But we just didn't find the entrance to the place.
Okay.
Again, with a facility like that, we didn't know if we're going to be
allowed to.
attacked
Allowed to, okay.
if we went in there.
Yeah.
So that's
But before you get into that, don't you think Prof and Bernice have a little bit of resemblance right there?
Hey!
Have you checked it out? Notice they're now looking at themselves like, are you sure?
Well, she's my former student. I don't know if that makes sense.
that
I was
counts for
actually
anything.
told when we were in school.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
they have a little bit of
You
resemblance.
should have come to so that we take a picture together.
You know, just
Now we're on
not
set
too late.
together.
Not too late. Okay.
now before you took up the role as the acting dean of the department
Of the school.
of the school
Yeah.
of the school, did you know about these challenges or
You mean the facility?
Yeah, yes.
Well, this facility has been, as you yourself said, it started 20 years ago. And I've been teaching at the School of Performing Arts for about 30 years.
Whoa.
So clearly, I mean, I was
there
there
before.
before it was started. Well, I mean, the school started, we are 60 years old, the School of Performing Arts is 60 years old. And when I came to, I'm a former student myself. When I came to the school decades ago, it was a very small school. We didn't have that many students. In fact, my class at graduation were only 13. And so the facilities we had were adequate for us. But obviously, University of Ghana has grown. The student numbers have skyrocketed, you know, since this century. So clearly, we need bigger facilities. And I suppose that was why this building was started in the first place, because there was a recognition that we needed larger spaces for our student numbers. So, yeah, but unfortunately, it has seen several vice chancellors, and it's still not completed. So,
But what's the history behind whether the beginning of the building and why it is where it is right now for 20 years? 20 years is a lot of years.
yes, well, unfortunately, that is not a unique history. I mean, there are buildings that have taken longer. For example, when I went first year, there was another building that was called the Faculty of Arts building. It was only recently completed, and that took about 40 years. So it is not uncommon. The thing is, I mean, we are a public institution, and we are funded by the government. And so we depend on government funding for a lot of things. This particular building is a Get Fund build project.
Okay.
And so they started it, you know, but it started in 2004. And once it is not completed, it gets more expensive to complete it. You know, and it has gone through several heads of the school. And it is what it is. I mean, money comes, the university allocates it to the projects that it wants, and so it's come this far. Hopefully, it will be completed one day.
But I have heard, and I stand to be corrected, that there have been individuals who have shown interest in making in completing the project. Has there been anything
Really,
like that?
individuals who have shown interest. I mean, we would welcome them both arms.
Oh, is that so?
Oh yeah. I mean, if people are interested in helping us complete this building, why would we say no? You know, because since I took office in 2001, by the way, in my former life, I was once the head of the school. About 13 years ago, I was the director of the school then, before I went on sabbatical and came back. We've made every effort. It was during my first time as the head of the school that we had it roofed, that this building was roofed, because I was really concerned. So 13 years ago, I was concerned that if it wasn't roofed, it would certainly be damaged with the weather, the rain, and everything. So thankfully, it was roofed. So that has preserved it somewhat, you know. And I think successive heads have tried to get it done. So there are portions of the building that are actually completed. There are some spaces there for offices that the previous head of the school, when the money was available, they pumped the money into those office spaces. So if you go there, there are some rooms that are completed.
And ready for
as
use?
office spaces, ready for, but it's a building site. Who wants to go into an office?
exactly.
You didn't even want to go there because
No.
So Why would anybody want to go into those offices
Yeah.
when it's a building site?
Okay.
Now,
Okay.
the other thing too is that I want to establish this one though. When we went there, I'm like, this cannot be 20 years old looking because it looks painted recently.
Yeah,
The sliding windows also look pretty.
So those were done a few years ago. So what I'm saying is that there's been work done on it piecemeal.
Yeah.
Whenever there's funding, then they do something on it.
Okay.
You know, but the thing is, the whole facility has to be completed. You know, I would have loved for the main auditorium to have been completed. You know, and the washroom, so that we could have started using the space.
Yeah.
Even generating income and then finish the others. But it is what it is.
How was the space not being available affecting the School of the Performing Arts? How is it affecting it currently?
Well, as I said, we have increased numbers of students,
Right.
and so we don't have the facilities. So with students, sometimes she will tell you her own experience. They have to rehearse outside under the big tree.
Oh, we did
over
see
there.
that yesterday.
Yeah.
I should have
So
taken a video of that.
yeah. So if it's raining, that class is off.
No class.
You know, because the spaces we have are not large enough for students to rehearse or even to have classes within. The drama studio is our main space now for practical things. So that's where, and that also is open air. You know, the for Southern Drama Studio, which is also open air. So that is, it's not as if the university has sat aloof or we have sat aloof doing nothing. As I said, when I took office, we tried to raise money.
Yeah.
But we didn't get very much support, and so maybe we don't know how to raise money. And so the good thing is, this current administration of the university, we have an office for institutional advancement, and they have come into collaboration with us to try to raise money. So we've had some engagements with that office. The head of the office has engaged me and sent people. So we have talked about how do we get this building completed. So it's not as if the university is not aware or is not taking any action. The thing is, it's money. That's always what it is.
Now, Prof.
So if we can get people
Yeah.
interested in assisting us, you know, people who are interested in contributing to this building, we'll gladly welcome them.
Okay. Now, Prof, speaking about money, I mean, you just spoke about money. Any fair idea how much it would cost to finish this project? Because we did hear that.
The recent estimates we had are ridiculous. I don't know if we really need that much, but I'm not a professional. I'm a theater historian, not a contractor, so I can't say. But the figures I have heard, 20 million?
Dollars?
That's
CDs or dollars?
CDs. Oh,
CDs.
goodness.
Oh, we
Dollars,
just
the other.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's a lot of money, you know. And I'm thinking, do we really need all that? Because we have for the flooring, for example, the tiles that are needed are all in there. They've been purchased. They're sitting there. The central air conditioning has been done. There's a lot of work that has been done. It's the finishing. We all know finishing can be expensive.
Yeah.
And I'm dreading even the finishing. You know, once it's done, we need to furnish it with chairs and, you know, all the things that are needed. You know, so the most recent estimates we've had from our development office is 20 million Ghana cedis.
20 million.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's even more than the initial cost of the building.
That was 18.5, right?
I don't remember it off the top of my head,
Okay,
but
so-
I do know that the current figures. It's quite a huge sum, and it can be very disheartening. And I've been suggesting that perhaps we need to break it up, maybe do the main auditorium,
Yes, do it.
get it done, and even get it usable.
Yes.
And then we can. And I tell you, I mean, spaces are expensive in Accra.
Yeah.
You know, even on campus, if you want to do an event, you know, we had 2 international conferences last year, and we had to rent spaces on campus. In fact, that was a huge part of our budget. You know, so if we can also have that facility, we can use it for our students, and we can also use it. We can also rent it out and get money,
Yes.
and
use the
proceeds to help finish the rest of it, yeah. Because there are several spaces in there. Apart from the main auditorium, we also have there's a dance hall, a big dance hall, and then there's a music hall as well. You know.
Wow. And this could be used.
Yeah.
You're very right when you say that these are cash cows. We can make money off it to finish this building. Nuna, as a student, what were some of the major? Mom has touched on the fact that you people have to rehearse outside and all of that. So what were some of the challenges you had because this building isn't ready?
Okay, so with classes, for instance, like she said, even taking the practical classes aside, even the theory classes, there were times that you have been allocated, okay, you're having a class at JQB, you get there and a different class is there. So it made sometimes class going became some sort of way because you get there and a different class is there. Next week you get there, a different class is there. The next time you get there is free. So you don't even know if the class is coming off or not. And sometimes if these buildings or these places at other departments are not available to us, if this place was ready, I feel we could have been using that side for classes. Secondly, when I was there, the dance hall underwent some renovations. And at that time, our practical classes was sort of pressed in the sense that, so mostly we have maybe level 100s or level 100s and level 200s having the same class, a practical class at the same time. So because we have the dance hall, we have the drum village, the classes can be put there. But here lies the case, dance hall was undergoing some sort of renovation. Drum village was also, the first drum village was also undergoing some renovation. So we were all left with what we call the drum village annex. It's also another building there. So if we are all looking at that side, there's no way we are going to have class. So sometimes it had us also eating into the quadrangles. Where the quadrangles, the music quadrangle has music students also having class there sometimes. And then the, what we call the SPA quadrangle, that place also has some rehearsals going on there. So it means if you are having class there, it means that rehearsal is not going to hold. Yeah. So it made, everything became sort of stressed there. Yes.
But those are major challenges, ma'am. Those are serious challenges. If I have to, again, as a student, I like to say it that way, as a student, if I have to go to school and go through all of this stress just to get something, a value for my money, because money is not, coming by money for school fees lately is not a joke. And I have to go through all of that.
Well, I mean, that I think we can't stress that enough. She talked about the dance hall being under renovation. And that was, I mentioned that we tried to raise money. The money we raised, we realized was too small to tackle that building. So we decided to rehabilitate the spaces we already had.
Wow.
Okay, so now the dance hall has been done. So that dance hall was adequate when I was a student, but now it is not, as she said. But then the roof was falling down, it was caving down. But fortunately now it's been re-roofed and it's been redone. The drum village, as she mentioned, which is also a practical space, is they are working on it. So yeah, we are doing the best we can for our students. I hope they appreciate it.
Bernice, I want to come
there's
to
a
you
lot of stress, but I don't know. I don't know what else we can say about that. Yeah.
Bernice, I want to come to you a bit. We've had a lot of prominent people who've passed through the department who are, championing
school,
the
I keep saying.
in fact, the school.
There are 3 departments in the school.
The school. So, a School of Performing Arts.
Yes.
To be precise. So they've come out. We know them. Some of them have come out to talk about it. I want to find out the alumni. Do you guys have a group?
Honestly, not that I know of.
She's a fresh alumni.
Okay,
So
all
I'm
right.
an old alumni. There is a group.
There's a group.
There is a group. And I must say that it was the alumni that we fell on to help us raise money.
Okay. So
there is an alumni and association. And some have been very helpful. George Quay is one. He's been very helpful trying to push our case. Writing about it. Chief Moomin is an alumni. Is also an alumni of the school. His group actually came and gave us support. They gave us money towards our efforts. And there's one other guy, Poby, who is in the US. He actually encouraged me to set up this fundraising drive. You know, so but unfortunately, not everybody is interested in their alma mater. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
You know, so we try to push for the Alumni Association to come on board, and some have given, some have promised. We haven't seen anything, you know, and so, yeah, that's where we are. Some year groups have been very, very supportive. Not all have been.
Shout out to George Quay. It's actually refreshing because I was going to touch on something like that.
Yeah.
And I didn't know whether it was going to be a personal attack on him. But then again...
No, he's been pushing. He's been pushing. I mean, there's only so much that
he could do.
one
He's
person
just one
can
person,
do.
yes.
So he's been pushing, and other people have promised, as I said. But so Chibumen, George Quay, I would mention, have been very, very supportive and helpful.
Okay. So now moving forward.
Yeah, and there's also the guy who's helping us do the renovations. He's actually a former student, but he's now his name has just escaped me.
Okay.
Oh gosh, forgive me, I can't remember it. Yeah, but yeah, I wish more of our alumni will come.
Okay.
Come. As you say, we have a lot of prominent ones. I don't want to mention names.
No problem.
But Frima Edunyame from CCTV has also been to. She also pushed this case. She also did a documentary on the building, and I went on their show and we spoke. So I hope this does help.
It would help.
Sometimes I sense the
sadness,
like discouragement, like we've been trying.
Okay. So online right now we do have Philip Tay Agbovi, who happens to be an investigative reporter who did a piece on this whole case and on the 4th Estate. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
I'm doing so well. Are you?
I'm fantastic. Good to have you on the AM Club. Yes. First of all, I want to find out, why did you take interest in this case?
Yeah, so we at the 4th Estate and at the Media Foundation for West Africa, community journalism and solution-based journalism is our deep core. So we are so interested into that. We don't believe in wasting of the limited resources that we have as a country. And we realize that this building, the whole plan was initiated because they realized that the School of Performing Arts needed spaces for rehearsals, needed spaces for teaching and learning, and for practical sessions for the students to have, practical-based experience while they do their various courses in performing arts. But the structure has been abandoned for 20 unforgiving years, and it's a worry to us. That is why we took interest in it.
Okay. All right. Fantastic. So it had nothing to do with trying your possible best to get the government on your toes with accountability.
Exactly. So at the 4th Estate, what we do is that we do in-depth investigations into stories of this nature to prompt the government or to hold stakeholders or people in authority accountable. So if you look at this structure is a GET funded project, and it's been abandoned. We also have the Ghana Tertiary Education Commission, which the GET Fund institution is funding the project through them. And these people are there, and then the project has been abandoned for this number of years. So we decided to investigate the story, know what is behind it, and get the government to get it completed as soon as possible to serve its purpose.
Okay. So now moving forward, you did visit the edifice, right?
Yes, I did.
What year did you do so?
So we started investigating this story last year, May. So I first visited the structure last year, May. And
okay.
We got the story published last week in this month, February. So we could say that we've been on it for probably almost 10 months.
Okay. Now paint us a picture of what you saw exactly when you visited there.
So when I visited the School of Performing Arts Multipurpose Arts Facility in way, as I mentioned earlier, I was greeted by dust. The whole place was very dusty, and probably it could be as a result of the number of years the project has been abandoned. There were cobwebs all over the place that I had to use my hand to sweep my way through to make my way through the building. I saw fire extinguishers, I saw bulbs, I saw towels, I saw toilet seats that were all colonized by dust. When I finally made my way to the auditorium, which is very huge, similar to that of the National Theatre, I saw cement bags and cement blocks that were packed. You could see that work was ongoing and it had to stop somehow, some way. I could see that the windows were not filled, the doors were not filled, and outside the building, I saw more than 10 air conditioning inventors that were fixed, and they were rotting away. The outside the building as well, the land is very fertile for all kinds of weeds. All kinds of weeds were growing there happily. Few meters away from this building, I saw students of the School of Performing Arts that were studying under a tree.
Okay, so per your investigations, you engaged stakeholders who happen to be part of this whole edifice and, you know, bringing it up and all. What are some of the concerns they've raised as to why this hasn't been done or completed?
So when I spoke with the Ghana Institution of Engineers, they raised a critical issue that it will not just be a building that has been abandoned for 2 decades and we want it to be completed today. It could be that, you know, the building has, you know, been exposed to all kinds of weather conditions. It was under the mercy of the weather for this number of years. So it could not just be that it should be completed today, but it might have also suffered from physical defects, which will put the integrity of the building in question. So if they were raising the issue that if they had to work on it today, they have to do critical inspection on it to ensure that the building integrity is not at stake. If the need be that it will be pushed down or it should be worked on, that should be done. So this building in 2004, when it was awarded, it cost a little over 18.5 million. Now, when I spoke to the Office of Development and Municipal Planning at the University of Ghana, and I asked them if they are to continue the building today, how much would they need? They said they will need 20 million Ghana cedi at least to complete the building, meaning that the price or the cost of the building has actually doubled, which is a worry. It's a wasting of the limited resources that we don't even have as a country. Not only that, but I spoke with students of the School of Performing Arts where they have to, on several occasions, they have to cancel their rehearsals, they have to cancel their performances, they have to cancel lectures and all that due to unfavorable weather conditions. So they were also appealing that they will need the buildings to be completed as soon as possible to serve its purpose. Not only that, but you could see that, I don't know, but a lot of the students there needed, you know, spaces where they can do their dance practicals and all that, but they are not getting it.
Okay.
The School of Performing Arts normally holds a lot of international shows, and because they don't have the space, and because of the structure at the University of Ghana, where every institution or every department or every college has to generate its own fund. So the School of Performing Arts has to go rent spaces, which is the money that they could have used to do other things, and it's putting a huge drain on them in terms of getting internally generated funds.
Okay, all right. So my co-host was telling me, Mimi was telling me that BBC took up your story.
Oh, that's great. I didn't know about it.
Ah, good. So, you know, moving forward, for you working with the Fourth Estate, I mean, you've made this piece out, BBC has taken it out and everything, and we are also discussing about it. Other TV stations have discussed about it. But moving forward, what would you want to be done? I mean, we're all looking forward to the completion of the whole edifice. But we have Prof here. She's also saying that, you know, it will take some time, and she's wishing that at least the auditorium is done, you know, so that at least they could use that. For you, moving forward, what do you think must be done? Because, I mean, the mess is already here. So what should we do?
What we are asking is, and then the need to even go into such a story in the first place is to get it completed. And we have the stakeholders. We have the school, as the University of Ghana. We have Get Fund. We have VTech. And we have the tourism ministry, the government. I don't think this should take them any longer, because the more they leave the structures to rot or to deteriorate, then the more they put the integrity of the structure at stake. So I would just urge, or I would just say that we don't have to leave that structure any longer. Whoever is responsible should just gather themselves quickly and get the project completed on time. Remember, the School of Performing Arts at the University of Ghana is a school that admits more foreign students than any other school at the university. And when these people come there, what do they want to do? What do they want to learn? They want to learn the Ghanaian dance, the African dance, the African songs, and all things African. And these people, one way or the other, also add foreign exchange to the university's campus. These are the same people that we are allowing them to learn under sorry state, or to be in a very bad situation to learn. What kind of picture or what kind of movie are we shooting and then premiering to the foreign world who are interested in our education and want to benefit from it?
Well said. Thank you very much, Philip, for joining us this morning and giving us some enlightenment to this story. We wish you the best, and we do know that definitely you're still on your investigation. So when it's completed, please come and report.
Thank you so much, and we are grateful that you visited such a good story.
Okay. All right. So that was Philip Agbove, who happens to be an investigative journalist from the Fourth Estate. And yes, Mimi.
He did touch on a few things, and I saw you shaking your head, nodding. He affirmed the figures you mentioned.
The 20 million.
To complete the building. He also talked about the stakeholders involved. So this we haven't talked about, so I want us to get into that area. Have you reached out to Get Fund and the other stakeholders that are involved to see what their intentions are for the building?
Well, I haven't personally reached out to Get Fund. Maybe I should have, I don't know. But the thing is, Get Fund doesn't deal directly with me as a dean. Get Fund deals with the university administration. So even if monies came from Get Fund, it wouldn't come to our school, to go to the central administration, I suppose, or to the college. So I don't have any personal connection. I haven't pursued going to Get Fund to pursue this. What I have been pursuing is my provost and my vice chancellor, and what they can do, because they are the ones higher up, and I report to them. Yeah.
So would it look awkward for you to set an agenda to go after?
Well, I have thought about it, but I haven't done it. I mean, I don't know. I haven't done that.
No.
Are we tired? Are we tired of what the state of the building is?
No. It's not that. I mean, as I said, I mean, there are protocols in any institution. So, well, I guess, I don't know. I have had people find out on the quiet for me on these things. But as I said, there are protocols. Get Fund deals with the university administration. So the money comes to the university administration, and then they decide how the money should be used. And if somebody told me that they went to Get Fund and asked about this building, they said, as far as they are concerned, this building has been done. And I said, really? I mean,
but that's
how do you say
revelation. That's some revelation, because
how do you even say that? Because it hasn't been done.
It hasn't been done. Clearly not done.
Have they looked into it to find out whether the building is done? That's a question that would go to Get Fund. Maybe if we had an initial conversation with the gentleman, we would have found out whether or not he personally has gotten any exact feedback from Get Fund saying that, given this revelation. I also realized that he was more interested in the stakeholders taking responsibility for something they had started, which for me is brilliant because then again, the school is not an island or it's not it's not an individual property. So like you rightly said, it goes through a process. For you to get any form of fund, it will go through a process, except for the ones that individuals would come on board to come and do. If 2024 we do not get fund or any of the government institutions involved to come on board and we are tired of what our students are going through, what's the next line of action? What is the next line of action?
I'm not sure I understand. For me, I'm even past that stage. For me right now, I'm trying to raise money.
Okay.
Do you understand? Yeah. Because it's like you can't wait for government. You can't wait for the stakeholders, as you say. So we are trying to find money. That is it. I mean, that is what the conversations I've been having. Yeah. Where can we get investors? Where can we get people interested in the arts in Ghana to support us to finish this building? That is my question right now. Do you understand?
I can sense the frustration in your voice, and I've been sensing it since you got in here. Because when we ask you a question, it's like, do you know how this is
takes
tiring?
a deep breath before she actually comes out.
I have a student here.
I don't mind. I mean, what else can one do? Do you understand? I mean, if I knew how to raise money, and I think some people do, and they know where to find the money, I would have done this. Do you get? I've tried. I've pushed. I've tried to talk to people, but there's only so much I can do. So it's getting to a point where it's like, well, I mean, I really don't know. What you're saying, I think I have passed that stage of trying to wait for the stakeholders because they are not responsive. Yeah. So we try to take it and try to raise money. So that's where we are at, trying to raise money. So if somebody knows how to raise money out there, or if there's somebody out there who is willing to invest their money in this, we would welcome them with both arms. That's what I'm saying. You
Prof,
see?
Have you ever had an instance where parents have come to you and
parents
complained that
complaining
that my students.
What did I tell you?
my child came to me saying that
I mean, okay, thankfully no parent has come to me complaining about that. I think Ghanaians, we are too laid back for that. Even sometimes I wonder why the students just take it, but let me not stoke any fires. There was one student, a first-year student, who we had a forum, and she said, when she came to the school, she thought, oh, okay, this is the University of Ghana, this is how things are. Then she goes to other parts of the university, and she finds that things are better there. So why do these people have better facilities than and she's wondering, why is that? Can't we do anything about it? I said, wonderful. Do something about it. What can you do about it as a student? You know, because sometimes I even get frustrated. Even the little that we have, sometimes the students don't even take good care of it.
I think, I like you. Look at her.
This is what I mean. So I was happy that this student saw. So often we take things and we don't question. We are all part of the university. Why is it that my section of the university is like this, and other sections are not like that? But then again, some other people know how to raise money. As I said, it's a government institution, but these days people are finding ways to raise money, to get people to support them. And that's what we are trying to do. We don't have we have not been as successful as other people. I know economics department, for example, got some agency to build for them their huge CD conference center. It wasn't the university that built it, okay? And I know the School of Law, the School of Law is getting a new facility built, but it's not the university that's funding it. They are finding the resources to do it because they know that the government will not. I don't know how they are finding the resources, but they have a way of doing it. And let's face it, our alumni are performing artists. The alumni of law school are lawyers.
They're lawyers.
I mean,
so the profession comes in.
The money.
Whoa.
Okay, so I'm not saying. I mean, I think the arts are very important. I mean, this country, this world would be miserable without us. I say that all the time.
Yeah.
We are the soul of any nation.
Yeah.
The performing arts are so key. And the first president of this country got that. He knew it. He was the one who pushed to have the School of Music and Dance set up at the University of Ghana. He understood the value of the arts. Without the arts, our culture, we cannot promote anything. You know, that's what we have. The arts are so important, yet often marginalized, often not given the support that it needs. I'm on the board of the National Theatre, and the National Theatre is falling apart. And we've been pushing, as a board, we have been pushing the ministry to help refurbish that building. And it has been like going uphill. It has been an uphill task. Again, it comes back to money.
Yeah.
Are we willing to invest in what is important in this country? That is a question we should be asking. The arts are just not valued for what they are. You know, and it is unfortunate. You know, we are willing to put more money into football. Football is important. Sports is important. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But we are not willing to put that same amount of money into the arts.
Which, by the way, if you look at the difference, I mean, you might have to pay less in investing in the arts than football if you do the math.
Okay. So as you say, I get emotional. I get passionate about this.
Prof is getting emotional. Benes, in your time, was there any possible way that the SRC came in? Were students not?
SRC.
Yeah, because I mean that's the representative council. They are the ones who can go to the vice chancellor and say, you know what, this is what is happening at the School of Performing Arts. What are you doing towards it?
So one thing with University of Ghana, if they need votes, they will come to us.
For the SRC.
Yes. I remember level 100 when they wanted votes. They came. Oh, we'll do this, we'll do this. So from what I know, I stand to be corrected. On the SRC level, some funds are given to departments. I'm not so sure of that.
Okay.
But that's what I heard from the executive body. And in School of Performing Arts, from as far as I was in School of Performing Arts, we didn't receive that. And from what I was told, is because we weren't well represented there. So when I went to my executives, I was told it is because they look down on us. That is why they also decided not to do the job.
Who looks down on you, the SRC or
So in general,
school?
In general, when you say you're doing performing arts, the thing you get is weird ontology.
Okay.
They pay school fees for you to go and dance.
Okay.
I remember when I got admission, somebody I hold up there asked, oh, what are you doing? I said, I'm reading performing arts. So your father paid school fees for that. That is how we are viewed in Ghana.
That's sad.
That's really sad.
That is how we are seen in Ghana. They see you, what do you do? I'm a performer. Hey, sana madam for be here, yes, dime went to me and see. Why would you talk like this? It's actually, it's
Well, let me just come in here. I don't know how. I think that there is an association of students of the School of Performing Arts, ASPA.
Okay.
And I must say, to their credit, when we started the fundraising, they raised money and they came and gave us money. It wasn't much, I mean, but what can students do? But I was very appreciative that the president at the time, they among themselves, they raised some money and gave us some support. So I was very happy about that. So at least the students themselves are aware. But as I said, the money we raise is what we are using to refurbish the old facilities that we have.
Since this one is more expensive.
Yeah. So let's not, and I'm always telling my students that, I mean, it's been like that since I was a student. My classmates laughed at me that you're coming to university to do odontology. But wear it proudly. I mean, for me, the performing arts are so important that I am proud to be a professor of theater arts. Why shouldn't I be? You know, and so I often say it's the way we hold ourselves that people will look to us. So I always tell students that you are doing one of the most important things you could be doing in this university. So there's no need to feel like people are looking down on you. You look up and do what you have to do. And then they'll begin to see. I mean, people in the performing arts, I mean, a lot, as the investigative journalist said, a lot of foreign students who come to the University of Ghana are interested in doing the arts. They're interested in learning Ghanaian dance Ghanaian music, you know, and the arts generally. They want to learn about the social history of Ghana. They're in the arts. It's not the sciences that they come to learn. The science, they've got plenty where they are coming from.
Where they are coming from. And
You know, when they want a taste of Ghana, it's the arts they come to. You know, so I don't see any reason why anybody should feel less than anybody else. It's only that our environment gives a certain impression, but that will change. I'm very hopeful. I mean, I may sound very frustrated and all that, but I'm very hopeful for the future of the arts in Ghana because I'm beginning to see change in terms of our students out there doing stuff. I was just one of my students just sent me a video of a film of his that is coming out, The Queen of Accra, and I am so proud. You know, I'm so proud. I mean, George Quay filling the National Theatre to overflowing.
Days.
He's a former student for days. I mean, weekdays.
Yes.
I mean, things are happening, and I am just sitting here watching. I mean, change is coming, and the arts will be valued for what they are, but it's a process.
Yeah,
We're on our way there.
It's a process.
I like, in fact, because I was frustrated with you, but now you've given me
It is
sense of hope.
frustrating, but I don't think that it's all gloom and doom in the end, because we do know that the arts contributes a lot to any economy, you know, but we have to get there.
Absolutely. We've seen the likes of George Quay,
Chief Moomin. I mean, look at what Chief Moomin is doing with his Musa World, Fifi Coleman, and I mean, let's watch this space.
Yes, it's going to get really exciting.
Yeah.
All that we're asking right now is that for people for businesses, for corporate bodies who feel this is as touching as it is in the studios right now, and to the people that are involved, students, dean, former students, they are frustrated about this. If you think that there's a way you can support this cause, one way or the other. In fact, Madam is even saying that she wants at least, if the auditorium is done, it can be used for something. Some of these children will get more excited about supporting. So if someone wanted to reach out and support, how?
Well, we are very easy to find at the School of Performing Arts.
On the Legon campus.
Yeah, on Legon campus. I mean, I don't know whether I have to put my number out there, but
you can.
No, I mean.
If you can, if you're willing to.
Push your number out.
Because, I mean, we're championing the cause with you as
give
well.
us a call, 0244-575-177. 0244-575-177. Yeah, so, I mean, why not? I mean, or come to us at the university and let's have a chat. Or give us a call and we'll come to you. I mean,
whichever way works for you, please
do
come through for us, because this is something that we would love to see complete. But this has been an intense conversation. You've made it easy for us to have the conversation, mind you. So thank you very much for making it very easy for us to go through this entire conversation. We're looking forward to some progress.
Yes, opening of the building.
Look at the hope. Even
cutting the ribbon. Cut the sword. We cut the sword. No, ex-President Kufuor cut the sword for it too. You know, so we will get there and then we'll hold.
Cut the ribbon.
Yeah, we'll cut.
If not for what he's going through, he just lost his wife. I would have gone to him to go and ask him, Papa, what's up now? But yes, maybe at the right time. And hopefully, at the time that will be done, then he will be in a better state. And so we can go and have a conversation. Thank you for opening this. Now, please come and open this one too for us. Jay.
Prof, we want to say a very big thank you to you.
Thank you for the opportunity.
For coming in. And I'm sure definitely, you know, through this, at least there should be a progress. Bernice, you would want to go back to school, huh?
When we finish, when they finish,
when they finish it.
Go and lecture. You're going to follow Madam, be Madam's assistant.
Anyways. All right, so that's a wrap up for Lifestyle Daily. It's time for us to get into the plug. But before that, it's time to hit the beach again. Time to reignite our passion for beach sustainability with maiko.com. The first edition of Beach Please for 2024 kicks off on the 2nd of March. That's this coming Saturday. This time, our beach cleanup exercise takes place at the Baller Beach right behind Independence Square from 6:30 a.m. to 10 a.m. Come clean up the beach and push the word on environmental sustainability. It starts with you. Yes, you watching me right now, and how you dispose of your plastic waste. Visit myeco.com/pages/beach please to sign up to volunteer now. You can also donate to the cleanup via myeco.com. Beach Please is powered by myeco.com in partnership with the Polo Beach Club, Ahabai GLF, the Ghana Tourism Authority, and MX24 TV. For more information or enquiries, please kindly call 0532 964 Beach Please, 2nd March 2024, 6:30 a.m. at the Bola Beach. See you there. And of course, Moments in Accra, MX24 and Travel with Drew presents Moments in Accra. On Wednesday, the 6th of March, we'll be headed to the forecourt of the State House for the Akple Festival. Yes, but first, we are taking you on a fun and incredible tour of Accra. We kick off from 7 a.m. with a tour of the Kwame Nkrumah Museum and the Accra Museum. We'll make a stop at the Black Star Square for a photo shoot session, explore the Arts Center and visit the Jamestown Lighthouse before heading to the ultimate cultural experience at the Akple Festival with live music performances and a variety of food, drinks, entertainment, and many more. The tour package comes with transportation, snacks, drinks, lunch, and the entry fees are absolutely covered for all the activities. Sign up for only 500 Ghana cedis, okay, per person via mx24.app/travel or send a WhatsApp message to 059-229-2746 to sign up now. Moments in Accra is brought to you in partnership with Aquaba Travels, Navigate Ghana, and YFM, and hosted by Miss Drew. Yes.
Right, so we're going to plug into something really exciting right after this. We're going to have that conversation that we've been waiting for. We'll be right back after this.